It's not possible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
Okay. The committee for parole is back in session. Today's date is 4:30. We're now at Bossier. Just to re-announce my committee this morning, I have Ms. Stapleton to my left and Ms. Ledoux to my right. We will be your panel today. My name is Pete Freeman. I will be the chair. Would the people at Bossier introduce yourself, please?
Lieutenant Todd Roberts, Assistant Warden.
Jessica Brazil, Shysap.
What was your name again, ma'am?
Jessica Brazil with Steve Boyle.
All right, thank y'all. Would the inmate please introduce himself, name and DLC number?
My name is Joshua Carter, 708141.
Okay. Mr. Carter, today you're here for your parole hearing. The way this will go is that your case has been assigned, and she will be asking you questions, and then after that, we'll vote. During the process, you'll get to make a statement. Anybody on your behalf can make a statement, and anybody on the victim's behalf can make a statement. So we're going to go through the information, then we'll let the warden there speak, then we will speak to whoever's on the TV, and then we will make a decision. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're 27 years old. You're a first felony offender. Your offense was forcible rape. You had 10 years hard labor, all but 5 years suspended, 3 years probation. I think this was revoked in 22.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
correct? When your probation was revoked? Okay. And you have a parole eligibility date, which just passed, is 6/29/23. And you have a full term date of next year. So you, December 28th, 25, you would get out regardless. Do you understand everything I've said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give it to Ms. Stapleton. Ms. Stapleton, would you ask him any questions?
Yes, sir. I was noticing on your report, do you have an approved employment and residence plan by your probation and parole officer?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
My job plan is JT's Palliard.
What is it on?
It's called JT's Palliard Arthur's Test Pallets on Bellevue.
Okay, Bellevue. And your parole officer, probation officer knows about this and has approved it? Or you just know?
I sent the letter off, but I wasn't verified was it valid or not.
Okay, all right. Well, it probably just needs to be updated. Okay, so your residence plan.
Yes, ma'am. I also have a residence plan. It's 179 Julian Drive, Houghton, LA 71037.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you something. Are you aware of the cost that you're going to incur whenever you get out? I was just looking at the letter, okay? The very first month, you're gonna owe $533, and that's on the low end for flyers and newspaper articles and different fees and to attend classes. And then after that, you're gonna have a recurring bill of $143. So if you weren't to maintain employment, that would mess you up. So you're sure about the job
Yes, ma'am.
and you know about the fees.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You had a revocation and it looked like if you'd have just stayed the course within 6 months, you would have been off of probation. What happened there? We had your revocation.
I was doing bad at times, and I really didn't have the support that I needed. And
Failure to,
I really didn't like the circumstances of the house that I was living in, so I was trying to avoid that. And on the verge of buying me a new apartment, I really wasn't staying at the address that I was.
uh-huh.
Circumstances I was living in.
Do you plan on having any contact with your victim when you get out?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, and if you had something to say to your victim, what would you say?
I would say that I'm sorry for what I've done.
You do understand that you can't give back what you took, right? As far as innocence.
Yes, ma'am.
Sex offender classes? I'm sorry, I'm sure you had them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's the end of my questions.
Well, what exactly was going on, Mr. Carter, in your life at that time?
Well, at that time, by me having that charge, I felt like my family kind of pushed away from me, so I was like kind of struggling on my own, and it was hard for me to kind of, get transportation for the job that I did have, and it was keeping me away from where I was supposed to be because I really didn't have the money to get back to that location that I was in. But right before I got revoked, I had a job, which is JT's Paleo, that's closer to my house that I can really just walk to.
I just want to note for the record that the judge is opposed. Charles Jacobs, District Attorney, Marvin Schuler is opposed. Sheriff Julian Whittington is opposed. And Chief Daniel Hagan of the Police Department is opposed. Unopposed is your mother, and she'll be speaking later. Will we get a victim impact statement?
Just, no, just a moment.
Okay, didn't get no victim impact. Okay, I have no further questions. Ms. Ledoux?
I have no questions. I think everything was covered. I do note that you did complete the 12-month Steve Will program. I think that's where you're located now, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Just for the record, you had some pretty rough times in 2016 and 2019 while you were incarcerated. I reviewed your disciplinary record. You had 821 write-ups during that time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Anything else?
all right, we'll hear now from, Perlinda James, your mother.
Hello.
Okay, Ms. James, tell us what you want us to know about your son.
Well, I just wanted to say, because I was hearing all the people who were opposed to him getting out. So I just want to say that we forgiven him and we still forgiving him, and I think he's doing better. He's matured a lot, over the years, and I'm just wishing and hoping he gets out and he does, continues to do better and get on the right track and stay on the right track.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Carter, is there anything you would like to tell the panel before we vote?
Yes, I would like to say, I do understand that I have a past and I'm not proud of my past, but, the Steve Hall program actually taught me to not live in denial anymore and own up to what I've done. And in these 2 years that I have been incarcerated, I do realize I did have a mental problem that I've been working on since I've been here. And, I can't change the past, but I can, create a better future for myself. I asked God to forgive me. He forgave me. My victim forgave me. I just ask that you all forgive me and give me a chance to start a new life as a better person, because I have bettered myself and I just need another chance.
All right, I guess the panel is ready to vote. Okay, Ms. Stapleton?
I recommend denial based upon law enforcement opposition and the nature of the crime.
Mr. Carter, you have a moderate risk assessment, according to our tool. You've had the failed revocation, failed probation. I think at this time, I'm going to deny your request for parole. Thank you.
And I concur with the recommendations of my counterparts due to strong law enforcement opposition and past supervision history. My vote is to deny. Good luck to you, sir. You get out next year. Okay, that concludes our business at Bossier. Thank y'all for accommodating us.
Thank you.